if the Eagles are going to truly build around Jalen Hurts, then I don't know a better pick than to take the best player in the draft. And if Daniel Jeremiah is right, and that's Kyle Pitts, I take him.
So everybody ain't doing Dingbat here. So today we come with the big ass story. Dallas still stinks.
Everybody do it, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are doing well. If Daniel Jeremiah is right, and he's someone I respect, if he's right and Kyle Pitts is the best player in this draft and he falls to 6, the Eagles got to take him, man. They got to take him. And we're going to get into it in a second, but first, I got to say, I want to apologize to everybody for yesterday's video. I did not get to answer any comments. I got back late. A 10-hour drive turned into an 11-hour and 45-minute drive because of bumper-to-bumper traffic from Vegas all the way to where I live. It's a 10-hour drive without traffic, so it was brutal. It was brutal. I got home really late. So I apologize for that. Usually I don't like going 10-hour drives if I'm not staying more than like a week or two. But I had to do it. It was my sister's wedding. Wedding was great. They put on a great show. Reception was awesome. And what made it even like the greatest thing ever, okay? And I'm definitely going to get double moonwalked in the ass for this. But I gotta show you. I gotta tell you. My wife is one of those people. She is one of those people you see in Bridesmaids, the movie, you see in other movies, that falls in the pool. Because my wife fell into the pool. She fell into the pool. She was filming my little nephews and nieces and stuff on the dance floor. She went out to film and she fell. And I knew she recorded it. I'm like, you recorded? She didn't want to say, but I found it. I've got it. And this is what happened. My wife is definitely going to double moonwalk my ass for it. But I mean, it's just too classic. You know what I mean? She's that woman that falls in the pool. And I'll always remember that wedding for that. And if anybody out there has any other angles of this, please send it to me. Please send it to me. Now, when dealing with our Philadelphia Eagles, we heard yesterday about these reports that Jeffrey Lurie wants no quarterback competition and he wants to build around Jalen Hurts. And when you think about building around Jalen Hurts, you can pretty much assume that means they're not taking a quarterback with the 6th pick. I don't think anybody worth taking would even be there at 6. So I'm okay with that. I do think this means that the Eagles are probably going to draft either Pitts, Sewell, Devontae Smith, or Jamar Chase. I don't think they're going defense with that 6th pick. I don't think they would take a linebacker with the 6th pick. Perhaps they would take a corner. So Surtain is a possibility. But when you see other guys and other corners in this draft, I think you could wait. I don't think you can wait on the top 3 basically playmakers of this draft. Smith, Chase, and Kyle Pitts. And you can even put Waddle in there for that matter, okay? I think that the Eagles are going to take one of those 4 guys. That's what I think is going to happen. And I'm okay with it. I'm good with it. Now, the question is, who are you going to take? And according to Daniel Jeremiah, a guy that I respect a lot, I think he does great work, okay? He says that he thinks Kyle Pitts is the best player in this draft, possibly. He's the best player. And if he falls to 6, I think the Eagles have no choice but to draft him. And I think the Eagles will draft him if he's there at 6. The question is going to be, is this guy even going to get to 6? Because he's that talented, okay? Daniel Jeremiah went as far to say this. He said, even if he was an X wide receiver, right? Meaning basically the number 1 receiver on the outside, he would still be a top 15 to 17th pick as a receiver. He's 6'6", 240 pounds. Most likely going to run about a 4.5, 4.5.5. You can't defend that. The matchups that he is going to create are ridiculous. He is such a freak of nature, in my opinion, that I have to take him. I am hoping that the Eagles draft Kyle Pitts. That is who I want in this draft. Now, if we get Jamar Chase, if we get Devontae Smith, I'm going to be perfectly happy. If we get Penny Sewell, I mean, there's a lot of guys that I could be happy with. But I agree with Daniel Jeremiah. I think he could be the best player in the draft, the most talented player in the draft, just because he's 6'6", 240 pounds. I mean, you saw him run the cones. He runs the cones, the back half of the cones, he runs faster than when he starts. If he runs 4.5, that is ridiculous. I mean, look, I love speed. We all love speed. But when you're 6'6", 240 pounds, you don't need to run a 4.2, a 4.3. That gets a little bit overrated. I mean, I do think speed's important, though. But look, we drafted Jalen Reagor the year before. So you have him. You imagine a Jalen Reagor, and a Kyle Pitts. You're going to have mismatches out the wazoo. And I think the 6'6" guy and then the speed guy is a great combination. You got your big physical guy, red zone threat, and you got your guy who could go long and is a deep threat at any time. So I think it's a great mix. And you want to move Pitts at tight end, you want to put him outside receiver, you can do all sorts of things. I think he is a dream pick for the Eagles. And to me, he's an immediate impact player. And if you're going to build truly around Jalen Hurts, then I got to go Kyle Pitts. That is my opinion. Now, I know some people like Jamar Chase. I know people like Devontae Smith. And I have no issues with those guys. I have no issues with Waddle. I mean, those guys are great players, and they're going to be great. Everything I learn about Pitts, everything I read about him, I hear about him, I just think that there's not many players that come around that often that you can just pass up. You can't pass this guy up, in my opinion, if he's there. That's the problem right now. I'm not sure he's going to be there. And here's why. The way I see this draft going is, and we're going to be streaming this draft, so if you haven't, and people always tell me to say this, please like and please subscribe. My subscribers and channel members always say, you don't say subscribe enough during videos. So please subscribe if you haven't. But what the hell was I talking about again? I forgot. I'm a dingbat. I get sidetracked easy. But, Kyle Pitts, the problem with him is I think he's going to go, I think he may go early now. He's so talented, he may go in the top 5. And here's how the draft usually works. The quarterback usually rises, right? So I think you're going to see Lawrence go 1. I think Wilson goes 2, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the Jets. Somebody could trade up. And then at 3, you have Miami, and 4, you have Atlanta. Okay, Miami could take Pitts there. They also could say, hey, we're getting a lot of offers for somebody who wants to jump Atlanta because they think Atlanta wants a quarterback. So they're going to, trade the pick, and somebody comes up and takes like a Justin Fields, okay? And then Atlanta goes, well, the 3 quarterbacks we like are gone. Let's just take the best player on the board, and that could be Kyle Pitts. So I think it's very easily possible that Pitts could go in the top 5. That's a problem. Now, if he does, I snag Jamar Chase. I don't care. Devontae Smith, one of them, I don't care. They're still guys. They're still players. However, if given the opportunity to draft him, I've got to take him. I'm at this point, I'm hoping the draft goes something like this. Lawrence 1, Wilson 2, Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith at 3. At 4, Atlanta takes Justin Fields. At 5, the Bengals take Penny Sewell. And then at 6, the Eagles take Kyle Pitts. That's my dream scenario, okay? And then if we're going to take my dream scenario even a step further, at that point, the Eagles would turn around and they would trade back up into the first round. They'll get their second round pick, maybe the Colts' third, maybe the pick they get for Ertz, and they try to come back up to like 25, 30, maybe early second round. And maybe a guy like Kimura, the linebacker's there. That's my man, okay? Or a guy like J.C. Horn, somebody like that drops. And then you walk away with the draft with 2 first-round picks, both who should start immediately and be an impact on the team. That would be my dream case scenario. But we're going to see. There's a lot of time. But Kyle Pitts, to me, and I just think that you can't pass up on this guy. He's too much of a freak of nature, and I really think he could be literally the best player in this draft. So I agree with Daniel Jeremiah. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. And I hope to do a live stream some point today, maybe before this video or after this video. Gonna just depend on my schedule. We're playing catch up today. But with that said, take care. Talk to you later, and don't be a dingbat.